folks, Andy here from Aussie Homesteads. Today we're going to be making magnesium oil. Now, what do you use magnesium oil for? If you get cramps in your legs or you get cramps in your muscles, magnesium oil is the best way to absorb magnesium into your body. Now, there's two ways you can get magnesium. You can get a magnesium supplement. So this is it could be any brand. This just happens to be Synova's. And it's just magnesium. But if you look on the packet, the active ingredient says magnesium oxide. Now, that's fine and well, but it's nowhere near as effective as making your own magnesium oil, because very few people realise that your skin is the largest organ in your body. Bet you didn't know that. And you can readily absorb these types of things through your skin far better than you'll actually do by putting it into your system. And that's the way that those transdermal patches that, like nicotine patches, they're absorbed through your skin. And your skin can readily absorb it and put it into your system. Now, the difference between this is magnesium oil. Now, the name magnesium oil is actually very misleading because it's not actually an oil. There's no oil in it. There are two ingredients in it, and it's easy to make, and we're going to make some. So, the difference is this is magnesium oxide. This is magnesium chloride. So if you have a look on the label, it says magnesium chloride. Make sure that you order magnesium chloride. And the reason is this is a basic type of magnesium salt, and it very readily absorbs into water. So all you need is water and magnesium chloride. You can buy this off of eBay. It was $6.60 for a bag of 100 grams delivered. So I'll drop a link down in below, but there's many sellers, but just make darn sure that they're selling you magnesium chloride, not just pure old Epsom salts, because they're two completely different products. Now, as I said, the name magnesium oil, even though it's called magnesium oil, it isn't an oil. It is purely magnesium chloride and water. That's it. That's all you need. Okay, so when it's finished and it's dissolved, and it readily dissolves, it's like putting salt into water and mixing it up, and it's very easy to make. And I use these, I store it in these jars, and this is just an old pasta jar, and I've washed it out and cleaned it out, and then when I made it in the pot there, I put it into 2 bottles. So that's about 500 millilitres, so we use 2 of them and a bit, because we're going to lose a little bit through evaporation, because we're going to be basically warming this water up until this dissolves. And it only takes about 3 or 4 minutes for it to dissolve, because it's basically like a salt. It looks a little bit like rock salt, actually. So there you go. There's the difference between magnesium oxide taken internally and magnesium oil. And I store it into these little bottles, and I give it to everybody because, trust me, when you get older, you start to get cramps. And did you know that about 99% of people are actually magnesium deficient? And how can you tell if you're magnesium deficient? When you go to spray this onto your skin, I put it on the back of my legs, because if I've been walking up and down the ladder all day, you get those cramps in the back of your legs. You even get them when you're a little bit dehydrated. And magnesium is the way to get round that, because it's readily absorbed into your body, and it relieves all those aches and pains that you get in muscles. It's very much of a muscle relaxant. So I give these away to people. I just buy these little bottles off eBay. That's, I think, a 50 millilitre little spray bottle, and you can spray it onto the back of your legs. And as I say, how do you know if you're magnesium deficient? When you spray this onto your skin, if it stings a little bit, it'll feel a little bit like putting a little bit like that sort of deep heat sting. If you spray magnesium oil on your skin and it stings, you are magnesium deficient. And because of the way that they process foods these days, they strip everything out of processed food. They have to keep adding stuff back in, which is rather annoying, because if they just made half-decent products, we wouldn't have to do that. Even orange juice has ascorbic acid in it, because once you squeeze an orange, 24 hours later, the vitamin C is gone. So they have to add in ascorbic acid in it to bring it up to the vitamin C levels. Best way for vitamin C, straight oranges, guys, just citrus. So this is magnesium oil. See how clear it is? It's just basically water with the magnesium salts all suspended in it. It doesn't separate, keeps for years and years and years, particularly if you use pure water. If you can't get access to a water filter, just use bottled water, which has already been clarified, And this stuff will store for years and years. I give them away to people. I mean, you could sell it if you wanted to get that exuberant. There's people everywhere selling magnesium oil, but make damn sure that it's magnesium chloride. So I will drop a link down in there to the guy that I've bought this particular one off, but there are a few people on eBay selling magnesium chloride, and it's actually made in the Netherlands. Amazing, isn't it? That came all the way from the Netherlands, and I bought it for $6.60 for 100 grams on eBay. So to make it, all you do is get a good old pasta jar. It's actually a 500 gram jar of pasta, so it's about 500 millilitres, half a litre. And we'll bung 2 of those into there, and about another tenth or a sixth of one, because when we warm this up and stir it with a spoon, we're going to lose a little bit through evaporation, and we won't end up with 2 full jars. And that 2 full jars last me for ages and ages. And I take these up to the block with me, so when I've been working with axes and chainsaws, or even after walking, you get those muscle cramps in the back of your leg, particularly, as I say, when you've been working on a ladder. So all you got to do is 2 of those to a 100 gram packet of that, cut the packet, bung it in there, turn the heat on, just do it for a few minutes until it's clear, until you can actually not see the crystals in it, and it will go quite clear. It dissolves rapidly, a little bit like Epsom salts does in the bath. So there you go, guys. I hope that helps someone. It is dead easy to make. 2 ingredients, few minutes work. I mean, you could just use a pot and some boiling water out of the kettle and stir it up. You don't need to heat it if you don't want it. It's just that I happen to have the stove out, so I thought I'll make some while I'm at it. 2 of those will give you about 30 of them. If you were going to sell them, you could sell them for about, $5, $10, $15, whatever people are going to pay for it. But do your research on magnesium chloride versus magnesium oxide. And you can't absorb that as well as you can absorb that. So just a few sprays on the back of each leg or on the muscle part that hurts, and you will be amazed what difference this makes. It's a lifesaver, and it's as cheap as chips. $6.60, 100 grams. Water's basically free, isn't it? Dissolve it, store it, put the screw lids on. I'll get 2 of them, last me about a year. They won't last you a year. And you'll find that magnesium oil, strange name, isn't it? Magnesium oil, it's just water and magnesium. The reason it got the name magnesium oil is because it does have a slightly oily feel to it. It is there. If you keep up the concentrate, you'll find that it does feel a little bit oily on your skin, but it isn't. It's just basically like spraying water onto your skin. Get yourself a little atomizer, spray it onto your skin, and you'll thank the day that you did it. That's Andy here, signing out from Aussie Homesteads. How to make magnesium oil. Couple of easy steps. Catch you up on the next video. Andy here from Aussie Homesteads, signing out till the next one. Bye.